So today we're working on a 2004 Chevy Colorado with a 4-cylinder motor. Alright, what do you think's wrong with it, Bear?
The motor?
Yeah, well, the guy tells me that the truck will not start. I checked to make sure you know that there's 3 things that you have to get a motor to start, right?
No.
No? Alright. You want to know what those 3 things are?
What?
For one, we have to have fuel. Come here. Right here, there is, if you look down in there, you see that little thing that my finger's on?
Yeah.
Alright, that right there is a needle valve that you can connect a fuel pressure gauge to make sure you're getting plenty of fuel. That's number 1. Okay? I've already done that. I did that last night. Our fuel pump is working properly. Okay? Next thing you need is air. Okay? This is the air box right here. Well, that's fuel. There's gas. Okay? That's not gas. That's windshield wiper fluid.
Oh.
Alright, and coolant. But anyway, let's get back to this. Fuel, air. Alright, this is an air box. It goes up into the intake.
Oh yeah, it's clearly see because of the pipe.
And there's an air filter in here. I checked that also last night. And although his air filter is a little dirty, it would not stop this thing from running. The last thing we would need is spark. Okay, that underneath here there are some spark plugs. We're going to pull those out and check and make sure we're getting spark. Now, if we're getting spark, or if we're not getting spark, that's probably our problem. That could be a series of things. Could be a bad coil. They had to replace 1 coil in here because it was cracked. Normally you want to replace all 4. But I'm going to tell you what I think it is, because I've turned this motor over myself and the guy before me has turned it over, and it don't sound good. It sounds like our timing chain is broken. Okay, do you know what a timing chain does?
No.
Alright, a timing chain goes from the bottom down here where the crankshaft is. The crankshaft goes all the way through the motor, okay, down there in the bottom. That pushes the pistons up. Okay, that's what pulls in the fuel, squeezes it, blows it up, and then pushes it out. Okay, then that chain goes from down there up here to, on this vehicle, 2 camshafts. All right, those camshafts are what open and close valves, and that lets air and fuel come into the cylinder. If that's not working, what can happen is that piston will come up and it'll smack the bottom of the valve. It'll bend it. Alright, which means that there's a pretty good possibility either 1, you have to do a very extensive rebuild of the motor that might include a piston if the piston's scarred up pretty bad, or 2, you swap the motor. But we're going to first test just to see if maybe something's stopping the spark plugs. We don't want to go into an expensive build if we don't have to, right? Instead, if it's an easy problem, then and an easy solution, and we try to fix that. Alright, because not everybody has enough money to just go buy a new car, a new motor every time one thing gives a little hiccup. And these things are made to be worked on. So what we're going to start with is we're going to go get a flathead screwdriver to get these off. Take this all the way out so we can access our ignition cord. We can edit things out. Alright, so we're going to, just for
So what are we going to do after we remove that?
well, once we remove it, we are going to test the ignition.
That's loose.
Well, now it is. I just loosened it up.
No, but like this part down here is pretty loose.
Oh yeah, somebody's taken this intake panel, or this intake off before, and that means somebody's been far enough in here to probably confirm that this motor is no good.
So that means we would have to replace the whole motor.
There's a possibility, but here goes the deal. The guy who brought me this truck doesn't know much about working on trucks, but he sent it to a mechanic, and he's not really good at being able to tell me exactly what's wrong with it.
Oh, that's connected.
Yeah, it's connected down here. This hose is for a EGR valve.
How do you remove it?
Like that.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but it's not.
Where do we place that at?
We're just gonna set it over here. But all right, so I'm looking at our coils here. Which one do you think's the new one?
The yellow one?
Is that the one you're saying yellow?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, you know what you can see here? That one right there. That one right there. Those are probably actually the stock coils still in here. And this one came from O'Reilly's. You know how? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You know how I can tell? Because the brand name. The brand name here is showing that it is a blue streak with the little S on there. That's a standard to do. We're gonna go ahead and pull out the new one because we know this is a new ignition coil, so we should get fire. Okay, we're gonna take the spark plug out and we're gonna connect the spark plug to this, and we're gonna put it somewhere around here where we can find a ground. Maybe right here if we can reach it.
Where's the spark plug?
It's under here. It's in there. So this gives this signal, and this has a coil in it. All right, which is a wire spun up in the circles. All right, and that coil causes that electricity to
Do we have to go all
charge
the way
up.
down there?
No, we don't have to go all the way down there right now. Right now we're starting here.
Yeah, but I'm saying like part of the job, do we have to go under the car?
No, not today. What we're going to do after we pull this out, if we do have spark, we're going to do a compression test on that cylinder.
Oh yeah, are we gonna get it finished today?
If we get lucky, maybe. But I'm going to tell you, there's already some signs that we're not going to be that lucky. I'm seeing a lot of oil on top of here. I'm seeing some oil trails down in there, which means this motor has seen better days. I don't know exactly how bad off we're going to be just yet. So, I know, like I said, I know we're getting fuel.
Gotta make sure this hood doesn't fall on our heads.
That's what the bar's for. If we don't hit the bar, it won't fall on our heads. Let me grab a tool so we can take that ignition coil out. And since we already have our screwdriver, we'll just set it back here. That way it don't fall and it's not in our way. We don't want to fall into the motor. So there's a little phrase that my dad taught me when I was younger. Always use the right tool for the right job. Alright, so our right tool
is drumroll.
It's going to be a D12 socket. Now on this car, although it's American brand, uses a lot of metric parts. So
This
it's probably going to be
this bad boy.
10 millimeter.
You're telling me it's gonna be this bad boy that we're using.
Yes. But see, look, 10 millimeter. We're gonna double check it, put it on the nut. There's no wiggle.
And then we could put it on here and then screw it in.
Yeah. Well, we're not
We're gonna take it out. We're gonna take it out. Oh.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We break it loose. You want to hit the button? Here, come here. Grab a hold of it. Hold it. You're gonna have to hold it up. And hit the button. Bring it all the way up. There you go. That's enough. All right. Now set that over. Well, here. Let's put this back on this too. So that way you don't lose no cycle. Set that right there. But you know the one thing that gets away from you and runs away and hides? Hey, you want to know the one thing that hides from every mechanic? A 10 millimeter socket. So we got to keep it where we can see it. All right. They disappear. Alright, so let's put this back here also.
Yeah, you have longer arms, so like
Alright, so check this out.
We take it apart.
Pull it out. You see that?
Spark.
This is what creates the spark, but watch this. There's something else in there that you can't see just yet. Now
It's like from Transformers when they call it spark.
Yeah, this creates a spark. Alright. But
Ooh.
so this this is a socket specifically for spark plugs.
That is deep. We're gonna have to get it into there.
There we go.
Oh, that was hard.
Not really. It wasn't that bad. You don't really torque these down a lot. You torque them down a little bit, but you don't want to like completely crush that spark plug. If you do, that spark plug will seize up in there, and you can break it. And
then you're gonna have to replace the whole engine.
No. There's a lot of oil on there. You see that, people? A lot of oil on there. A lot of nastiness. And it smells like fuel. See, smell it. That means fuel's getting into the cylinder.
I know the smell of fuel. That's it.
Alright, so there's fuel getting into the cylinder, but there's no spark happening, I bet. So here's what we're going to do.
So that means we have to replace the spark?
Well, I don't know yet. If we're not getting spark, we're about to find out if we're getting spark from this cooler or not.
Yeah, but how do we know?
Well, I got this nifty little tool in here that we're going to use. That way we don't have to trust that spark plug. So this is a spark tester. Check this out. So what you do is you plug this part.
It's like a fuel injection.
No, man, it's not nothing like a fuel injector.
No, it's like a needle where it can actually plug.
So you put this there, okay?
Make sure it's
this has a little light in it, okay? And what we do is we still have a decent ground on this spark plug. So we're going to put this here, and then we're going to put that spark plug across a ground. Matter of fact, if I have...
I mean, we could put it across this right here.
No, we want to put it kind of under the hood somewhere. There we go. That'll work. Alright, that should be an adequate enough ground.
Yeah, but how do we tell it's working?
Come with me, and I'll show you. Alright, so we're going to turn the motor over, and then, we're going to turn the motor over. And what we do, we're going to see, so we can see it on. So I can see, can you see how I can see through this little hole right here in the hood? I can see this. We got us a key, see? Alright, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to stand right here, and I want you to tell me if you see a light going off. Now, I don't want you to put your finger in there. Come here, stand over here. Now, the reason I don't want you to put your finger in there, and the reason I don't want you to stand in front of the motor is in case something bad happens. But what we're going to do is you can either look right in between here and see if there's a spark throwing, but don't touch it, alright, it will hurt. Or see if there's a light going off in there, okay?
Guys, come on, help me out.
Alright, so you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. No light, right? No spark. But also listen to it. Do you hear how it sounds? Yeah. But it don't sound like there's any sucking and blowing going on in that cylinder either, right?
Yeah, so
that means
hopefully the cylinder's good.
The cylinder's good, but the motor is not. Alright, well
So
here's the deal. The
replace
timing chain is not. Huh?
Oh yeah, we only have to replace one thing instead of 2,000 million things.
No, we have to replace 2,000 things because the whole motor is pretty well bad, buddy. Yep. I'm telling you, the motor's going to be bad. Here's how we know.
Guys, this is going to suck because it's 2 billion parts in one.
No, there's a whole bunch of wiring on these things. But
yeah, that's what sucks. You have to make sure the wires are at the correct place.
Alright, before we pull the valve cover off this thing, we're going to do one more test. We have a compression testing tool. And seeing as how he may have spun this enough to already smack that valve out of the way, we're going to see if we're getting compression. Alright, if we're not getting compression, that means our timing chain is broke. Alright, it's a pretty good indicator because that means we're not building any pressure or relieving any pressure. Alright.
Guys, so far if you're enjoying this, if you already and smash the like button and then you can fix the subscribe button,
boy.
it'll be fun.
Here we go. So where's our spark plug at? Right here.
I was like, where did it go?
Alright, so that's about the right size thread pitch.
I don't want to get electrocuted now.
But that's too small of a deal. Now, no, you're not going to get electrocuted. I ain't going to let that happen. But check this out. This is called a compression tester.
So that means if it's at the red, it's bad, and then if it's at the green, it's good. If it's at the green, it's good, and then if it's at the red, it's bad.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have a feeling when we start to fire this thing off, we ain't going to see much at all.
It's going to be red.
Oh, this is a whole nother compression testing kit.
Oh, and what
I have two of them.
What is this?
I must not have been able to find one. That relieves the pressure once you're done, so...
So when we're done, we just...
Alright, found it. So check this out. What this does, you gotta put this down in the hole.
And then we look at the thing.
And then we start to thread it. Okay, we thread it,
Apparently it's at red right now.
Yeah, but when we turn the motor, that's where we'll find out. Alright, so it's just snug enough. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it to where you guys can see our compression tester. And Barry, you're gonna come over on this side once again. Let's move this tool out of the way.
Guys, help me find out if it's gonna be good or bad.
So we're gonna turn the motor, we're gonna see if it'll move. Okay, see if that needle moves at all.
Guys, just help me, okay? You got this. It moved to like 09.
What?
0.
0?
Yeah, 90 right here.
60? Yeah, that's pretty weak sauce. But let's see here.
That means we know it's bad.
Yeah, it ain't looking good so far, but we're gonna turn it over one more time just to double check things.
Okay.
Here we go.
Guys, come on, help me out.
60?
Yeah, 60. Right now it's at like 30. It's at like 30, probably 5. I don't know.
35?
32 or something.
Yeah, see, that's really bad.
That was lower. That's lower than last time.
Yeah, his compression is crap. So problems that you can have when this happens is 1, valves are not seating properly. Okay. 2, the valves aren't moving. Period.
Oh.
Which means the timing chain's broken. Or the big number 3, come here, boy, come here. Or you burnt your rings up around the piston. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you in a little diagram how the motor works. But either way, with the exception of the valves not closing properly, the motor probably needs to be replaced. But I'm gonna tell you exactly why I know it needs to be replaced. You can hear it whenever he wants to do for herself, somebody else who wants it.
Guys, stay tuned because we're gonna continue on the carburetor and the generator.
Yeah, the generator. And what other project that we got around here we need to do, huh?
It's this truck.
No. What's the big project? The one that we love the most. The big white car, right? The Monte Carlo. Yeah, we love that car, right?
Guys, if you've seen the first video when my dad made an intro, you could actually hear him say that we're going to be working on the Monte Carlo. So stay tuned and wait until we work on it.
Oh yeah? Do you know what we're going to do to that car? No. Alright, so here's what we're going to do to that car. We got an intake manifold because we changed it over to a Holly Sniper EFI system. And Daddy is learning something completely new because that car's been carbureted his entire life. And he's loved that car since he was in the first grade. And when your great-grandma gave it to me, I had it carbureted all the way up until about 2 years ago. And whenever it got changed over, when I changed it over to carburetor, I did not know just how imperative it is to have a single plane intake on a fuel injection system until I fucking go off and you have an older vehicle that you modified and all this other stuff. you know what? It's normally still better unless you're like doing something really crazy to just use the stock coolant. You want to put the screwdriver in your mouth? No yawning. We are both wide awake. We are not.
Spoiler alert! Final boss is Monte Carlo.
No, it's not the final boss, but it is one of them. So
That's why I said spoiler alert.
we are going to consider this not done because it's not running. Okay.
Guys,
I'm gonna tell you, a job's never done until it runs, okay? But
we're gonna have to finish this, and y'all guys are gonna see it.
We get to call our customer. Oh, and this may be the first time you've been able to sit down and look at the bear. But we get to call our customer here in a little bit and kind of let him know what's going on with his truck. He is gonna make the ultimate decision on whether he wants to replace that motor, if he wants me to rebuild that motor, or if he wants to just take the truck and do whatever he wants with it. I'm not going to charge him for the time that we did today because really we were just exploring what's wrong. But
At least we get to tell him.
Yeah, I don't feel it's right to charge somebody just to look for something.
It's not even right to like pick out what motor they get.